A lot of weird and disturbing things have been happening lately on live TV and in Hollywood.
Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson.
Then this happens.
Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again, no!
Things which no one apparently is supposed to talk about whatsoever.
What have you say? Shaq! Wait, we need some help. We need medical.
The gatekeepers and the powers that be put under the pressure of censorship to make it almost impossible to talk about these things without getting penalized for it.
I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded.
And what they're afraid of more than anything else is the truth.
A little over 15 minutes after receiving the shot, one nurse took questions from reporters and then fainted.
I'm sorry.
And the one thing that a lying culture can't tolerate is the truth, right?
Remarkably, a bunch of young, healthy people in Hollywood started experiencing things like face paralysis and brain clots.
Experts say more and more younger women are suffering from strokes. And now former NCIS actress Pauley Perrette just revealed she had a massive stroke 1 year ago.
It's the 1 year anniversary since I had a stroke.
We're getting word that Bronny James, who is going to be a freshman basketball player at USC, suffered cardiac arrest while at a practice yesterday.
Do you remember standing up after you make that tackle?
News tonight on Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, who millions watched collapse during Monday Night Football.
That's something I don't really want to get deep into in the details of.
Overnight, ABC News confirming Grammy-winning singer Tori Kelly rushed to the hospital after collapsing while out with friends.
So if we don't know what we're injecting into ourselves, I don't understand how that's informed consent.
That you're exactly right,
okay.
You're exactly right,
yeah.
And you are correct. I should not be giving these vaccines at all.
Okay. Oh, why are you giving them?
Because I am told to, and that's how. Because I am told to, and I am told.
I understand that.
Justin Bieber, whose face just magically went paralyzed, and he was on tour, which would signal to me that he definitively got the. But again, that is sheer speculation. We can also just assume that a healthy young kid in his 20s just randomly gets a paralyzed face. Take a listen.
This syndrome called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, and it is from this virus that attacks the nerve in my ear and my facial nerves and has caused my face to have paralysis. As you can see, this eye is not blinking.
However challenging the censorship is on the truth, I would be remiss not to bring this shocking and disturbing news to your attention. For example, this news anchor passed out on live TV in the middle of a news report. This sports newscaster passed out in the middle of a game on the side of a basketball court.
I look for this kid to have a really good first half of the season.
As Rathbun loses consciousness, you can see someone off camera reach in to help him. At that moment, the camera cuts away.
And watch this sports reporter fainting on the side of the field in the middle of his report. Now, in all transparency, I'm not saying that these things have not happened before on live TV. As a matter of fact, we can all recall when Wendy Williams passed out 5 or 7 years ago on live TV. And we can also remember when this pregnant CNN news anchor passed out on live TV. But it seems as though this weird phenomenon has skyrocketed among all groups and classes of people following the 2020 pandemic.
Well, lightning struck twice in the Bieber household because his wife was then also impacted with a droopy face and a blood clot in her brain. Take a listen.
When I went to respond, I couldn't speak. The right side of my face started drooping. I couldn't get a sentence out. Everything was coming out like, not even jumbled, just like couldn't get any of the words out. So obviously immediately I thought I was having a stroke, like a full-blown stroke. He thought I was having a stroke, so right away he asked for somebody to please call 911 and get a doctor.
Are we normalizing that? Are we normalizing people that are in their 20s thinking that they're having strokes, having face paralysis? Is that normal now? We're doing that as well as young kids having heart attacks. Are we just going to pretend that we didn't do anything medically throughout COVID that could be contributing to that? Okay, cool. I want to play by YouTube's rules. If they just all are randomly having this stuff happen to them, of course, that's just 2 examples.
Healthy athletes passing out on the field, news anchors collapsing on live TV, and young and healthy music stars passing out and experiencing all kinds of weird stuff.
ABC News confirming Grammy-winning singer Tori Kelly rushed to the hospital after collapsing while out with friends. She passed out at dinner after her heart began beating rapidly, saying Kelly was out for a while. Sources close to the singer say she was carried to a friend's car and rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital, where doctors reportedly found multiple blood clots near her vital organs. These fans across generations wishing the singer well. Sources say she's in and out of consciousness as doctors work to determine if her heart is in danger.
The question remains, what is wrong with everyone? We will carefully answer this question throughout the video. In the meantime, I can't help but think that there's a common denominator here, a common factor, something that triggers all of this. And as you can see, even celebrities are not exempt from this. Jamie Foxx, a world-renowned TV star, for example, was critically and severely impacted by this.
Well, Jamie Foxx was admitted to the hospital because of a medical complication. That's all the public was told on Thursday, April 11th, and we were never given any specific details on his current health status. He had been replaced in a movie that he was working on. There's been a lot of speculation. Like I said, it was no way to say that this happened or it didn't happen. It was pure speculation surrounding various things people were saying that he was going through. And his daughter initially spoke out and said that he's out of the hospital, rumors are running wild, the media is running wild. He was playing pickleball yesterday. Thank you everybody for your prayers and support. We're excited to announce something else in the next week or 2. Well, she made that statement, and then I would say about a week later, a journalist by the name of AJ Benza claimed that he spoke to a source that was extremely close to Fox. And here is what he heard about the situation. Take a listen.
I had somebody in the room who let me know that Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. What I found out from the man in the room was that the blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind.
The whole situation about Jamie Foxx is kept a secret. Why? Because of the truth. Nobody wants the truth to come out because the truth is damaging to a culture and a society built on lies.
They say if you want your child to go to school, even if you're uncomfortable with your child getting X amount of shots in one go, hence my series, A Shot in the Dark, they say you have to do it, right?
Even when truth seemed to matter to people, no one really liked to be lied to, but most people found some lies necessary for their personal fulfillment. That's just life. There are certain things that you want to lie about. That's part of being a fallen human being. If you're a son of Satan, if you're a child of Satan, Satan's a killer, Satan's a liar, you're going to be known for lying. And everybody seems to be able to find a measure of comfort with certain lies.
And if you don't accept the lies that are being told in the media and in politics, then you will be called a conspiracy theorist. You will be ostracized and persecuted.
But I've been shut out. You know, some platforms will not have me on.
Why?
They don't like that I'm, an independent thinker. I'm not part of the herd. I'm not part of the go along to get along gang, so to speak. So, I'm an outsider. And so, I'm not part of the club. So I have to go places for one that I'm welcome and where I can voice my opinion without somebody, saying I'm a bad person and that they never want to have me on their platform again.
What platforms have banned you?
I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. I've been excluded on Oprah,
on Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too.
The lies have now reached epic proportions to the point that you can't believe anybody